In the ancient landscape of Canaan, a mysterious figure suddenly appears in Genesis 14, without any clear genealogy or background. His sudden arrival in the middle of a brutal battle makes him stand out among the other characters, full of intrigue and silence. He is not introduced as part of Abram's family, nor connected to any of the nations involved in the conflict. This enigmatic appearance gives him an almost timeless presence, elevating him beyond ordinary figures of history. Melchizedek is both king of Salem, which means peace, and priest of the Most High God, a rare combination in the ancient world. In most of Israel's history, kings and priests held separate roles, representing different aspects of spiritual and earthly authority. Yet Melchizedek embodies both, symbolizing a unity that blurs the usual boundaries between divine and earthly power. He approaches Abram after his victorious campaign, and the biblical text describes him as bringing bread and wine to the victorious patriarch. His gesture of sharing bread and wine foreshadows the symbols later used by Jesus during the Last Supper, signifying sacrifice and covenant. As Melchizedek blesses Abram, he recognizes that the victory comes from God Most High, affirming Abram's divine calling. His blessing reveals not only spiritual insight, but marks Abram as an individual chosen by divine authority. In response, Abram gives Melchizedek a tenth of all the spoils, a gesture that acknowledges Melchizedek's superior spiritual status. This act of tithing sets a precedent for honoring God through offerings, a practice deeply rooted in biblical tradition. The story highlights Melchizedek's unique role as a universal priesthood, not bound by lineage or tribal affiliation. Interestingly, Melchizedek's priesthood is not based on descent from Levi, which was the customary priestly lineage in Israel. Likewise, Jesus, who fulfills Melchizedek's symbolic role, is from the tribe of Judah, not Levi. Both figures serve as high priests, based on righteousness and divine appointment, rather than family heritage. The Book of Hebrews emphasizes that Melchizedek's existence is mysterious. No recorded beginning or end marks his priesthood. This eternal quality makes Melchizedek a perfect symbol of an everlasting priesthood, prefiguring Christ's own eternal role. Jesus' priesthood is also described as eternal, as he lives forever to intercede on our behalf and offer salvation. Melchizedek's name, meaning King of Righteousness, and his rule over Salem, or peace, symbolize perfect righteousness and peace. Jesus is called the Prince of Peace, embodying these divine qualities to their fullest extent. Moreover, Melchizedek's superiority to Abraham is demonstrated when the patriarch pays tithes to him and receives blessings. This act implies Melchizedek's greater spiritual authority, foreshadowing the greater authority of Christ over all. The offering of bread and wine by Melchizedek serves as a prophetic foreshadowing of the Last Supper, where Jesus offers himself as the mediator of the new covenant. Through these symbols, Melchizedek becomes a powerful type of Christ, the ultimate king and priest. He represents a universal, eternal priesthood rooted in righteousness and peace, transcending human lineage and tribal boundaries. Because of these profound connections, Christian theologians see Melchizedek as a prophetic picture of Jesus Christ, who brings believers into God's presence forever,